Friends, today discuss about complex number. As we know that the square root of every number can be possible, like the values of root over 4, which value is 2, square root of 9 is equal to 3. In this way, root 3 also a irrational number. Its value is 1.732 nearly. So in this way, every square root, any number's square root can be found out. But its negative values like root over -4, what is the answer will be? So here we can divide it in this way. -1 multiply 4, or root over -1 root over 4. So this number actually cannot be found out. So this taken, all the numbers here are taken, can be taken real numbers, but this number we will imagine that it is iota, and this number forms complex numbers. These numbers do not belong to in real numbers, but these numbers belong to imaginary imaginary numbers which belong to the complex number. This will be iota 2 or 2 iota. So is iota value we have taken root over -1. So it will be iota is equal to 1, -1. So now in this way, any number, these numbers are called, these numbers generally can be represented by in this way. Think any number z, which is a complex number. Generally this can be in this form: x plus iota y. This is the general form of any complex number. So what are the possible outcomes from complex numbers? Like first we try to draw a two-dimensional figure. We will try to represent it in two-dimensional figure. This is the x-axis, it is real, and this is the y-axis, this is the complex line, y-axis. So if any point here is xy, which is, this is x, this is x actually, this is x is 0, and this is y. So z can be expressed in this way: z is equal to x plus iota y. So how we can find out the value of z? So z's value can be found out by the modulus value of z. So modulus z or mod z can be represented by mod of z. It is actually, if we look this diagram, it is a right triangle. So z is actually, mod z is actually hypotenuse. This is the base x and the height is y. So z is equal to root over x square plus y square. by Pythagorean formula. This is mode Z. And if we wish to find out what the angle, this line, complex line, actually made with the real axis, this is called argument or amplitude of the Z. Argument or amplitude of Z. In short form, this is written argument arg Z or amplitude Z. So we have to find out this angle. Take this angle is theta, and we know that tan theta will be height by base means y by x. So what will be theta? Tan inverse y by x. So here argument Z will be theta or is equal to tan inverse y by x. So through this we can find out the argument value of the complex number Z. Now addition, subtraction, multiplication, even and division also possible with two complex numbers. You can see this. So addition of two complex number numbers, like take z1 is equal to x1 plus iota y1 and z2 is equal to x2 plus iota y2. So what will be the addition of z1 plus z2? If we take plus addition or subtraction, in both cases you have to remember that this is the real part and this is the imaginary part or complex part. So here also real part is x2 and imaginary part is y2. So when we subtract or add two complex number or more than two complex number, we have to separate real numbers and separately add complex real numbers, and then imaginary numbers separately we will add. So we can see that this is also another complex number. So we will represent it by Z. So in this way we can add two or more than two numbers of more than two complex numbers, and we will find another complex number. Now how this is the procedure of addition, also subtraction, how we can multiply of two complex numbers. So here we will take z1 in this way and z2 in this way. So z1 multiply z2 is equal to x1 plus iota y1 multiply x2 plus iota y2. So how you can multiply two complex numbers? So here the real parts are x1 and x2 of the two complex numbers. So with respect to this complex real number, this will be x1 x2 plus iota y1 y2 plus, with respect to this imaginary number, this will be x1 y2 plus iota square, sorry, here iota remains, iota y2 iota remains, and the last will be, in this way we multiplied, and in this way we multiplied. The last term will be iota square y1 y2, and since iota value is root over -1, so iota square is equal to -1. So we'll put iota square -1, then it will be a real number, then it will be, here plus will be minus, so this will be x1 x2 minus y1 y2, and taking iota common in these two numbers, we will get y1 y2 minus y1 x2, sorry, y1 x2 plus x1 y2. So in this way we can multiply two complex numbers. Now if we go in division, here also you can look there, this is also another complex number, means multiplication also gives another complex number. This can be also treated after multiplication of two complex number, we will get another complex number. So in this case of division, if again z1 is x1 plus iota y1 and z2 is equal to x2 plus iota y2, so what will be the value of z1 by z2? If we divide z1 by z2, then it will be x1 plus iota y1 x2 plus iota y2. So in these cases our focus will be to take any generate any such a form that the denominator cannot be a complex number, but it will be a real number. Our focus in this focus will be in this way. So x2 plus iota y2, if we take a factor, then it can be made a real number by taking its, we know that a plus b into a minus b is equal to a square minus b square, and if it is b square, then iota square value, we know that it is a real number. Iota square is a real number. So we will take, this is x2 plus iota y2 minus iota y2. Then if the numerator also be multiplied by this iota y2 minus, sorry. Then the denominator will be x2 whole square minus iota square y2 square, and the numerator will be by the above multiplication, it will be x1 x2 minus and plus minus plus r square is minus, it will be plus y1 y2, and here it will be iota common, this will be minus y1 x2, and this will be plus iota y1 plus x2, this will be minus actually minus x1 y2. So the numerator remains complex number, since there we can find out, and the iota remains, so it will be x1 x2 plus y1 y2 plus iota x2 y1 minus x1 y2, and in the new denominator this will be x2 whole square minus 1, this will be plus y2 whole square. So here what our focus is, that the denominator which was a complex number, now the denominator is a real number. So if we can find out in this form, is such form, then we say in this way we can divide into complex number. So for further class follow in the coming days. I will take complex number in the coming days. So if you like, then like, share with your friends, and if you wish to ask any question, then comment me. Thanks for watching.